All right, what's going on there, fellas? Welcome back to our road to 880, 400 kilo deadlift. We're going to chase it down. It's going to take a while, but we're going to get that bad boy. Here you can see me hanging out with my wonderful training partner in my cold ass garage. Took a goddamn minute to get warmed up today. Was walking over and putting my hands in front of the heater over and over. Once we got going, everything was good. The garage heated up a little bit, but that first 30 minutes was brutal. This is the final week of this training cycle where I will be doing my RDLs on my squat day. Basically, by putting them on my squat day, I'm a little bit fresher for my RDLs than I would be if I did them after deadlifts. So I can focus on building those up because I perceive my kind of hip hinging, my hamstring strength to be something I really am going to need to continue to develop. But now that the main deadlifts are getting heavier, RDLs are going to move to after the deadlift. So basic, just kind of prioritization principle. When I put the RDLs earlier in the week, they're a higher priority, and then my main deadlifts are fatigued. And then as the main deadlifts get heavier and it's necessitated, I move the RDLs to after my deadlift. So then the RDLs are a little bit deprioritized. The main deadlifts are prioritized. Pretty simple stuff. Damn, I've been coming into these sessions with the hamstrings pretty cooked. So definitely looking forward to coming in with the hamstrings not brutally sore. I believe this here is my top single at 695. It moved all right. Didn't move too bad. Pretty smooth. Definitely felt like my hamstrings. Part of that's the fatigue. Part of that's the fact that they do need to come up a good bit. Dropped down to 635 pounds for my one back off set today, which felt phenomenal. Really, really easy triple. That felt really snappy. Pretty pleased with that. And then also, speaking of, this is my final week of having these banded SSB pause squats on this session. Again, just kind of spreading things out a little bit more, spreading out my work early in the training cycle, and then focusing on coming in a little bit fresher as things get heavier. These were disgustingly heavy today. Definitely carrying a good bit of fatigue, both from my event session that I do on Wednesday and my primary squat day and RDLs that I do on Tuesday. Today being Friday. Pretty cooked, but we got her done. Final week of getting these bad boys in. Definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, I really feel as though my upper back strength is okay. Obviously, it's going to need to come up. My lat strength is going to need to come up to pull 880. But I feel as though I'm on a reasonable pace with the upper back now. I kind of doubled down on it early in the training cycle when I felt it was lagging behind. Kind of core strength is feeling good and kind of on pace and improving, but my hamstrings do need to get stronger. I definitely need to be working my way towards sets that kind of project to an RDL E1RM, probably about 50, 60 pounds higher than what my current sets are projecting to. Do I care about what specifically my RDL E1RM is? No, I don't care in the absolute slightest. I don't expect that to be accurate. But I do use that as a gauge, right, to compare who's to say if my set of 12 was better than my set of 7, right? I can plug those both into an E1RM calculator to make sure that I'm kind of making forward progression in my estimated 1 rep max. Not that I actually care or expect that to be accurate. It's more just a way to make sure that I'm seeing some kind of forward progress with time. So I definitely need to see those numbers come up. Then I did my seated cable rows. Probably going to have to switch these over to just regular barbell rows because I'm getting down towards the bottom of the stack already. And I am a little bit sketched out tacking more weight on there with a bolt because I don't want my cable to snap because I'm not so savvy at replacing that kind of thing. So we'll probably be moving those to barbell rows just because I can take my rows up to 405 plus for reasonable reps when I'm in good shape and probably will need to. And I don't want to be adding like 2 plates on top of my 300-pound stack here. So horizontal row is probably going to rotate to barbell rows. Pull downs, just progressing these nice and smooth. They're definitely really tough after my rowing, but in a very good way. I try to do a little bit more of a dynamic technique, using a little bit more body English, keeping a little bit more of a brace almost on those when I'm doing them for my deadlift, as opposed to when I'm doing them as a bench assistance movement. I'm really focusing on a little bit lighter weight, better mind-muscle connection, really drawing my chest up to meet the bar halfway, to train that kind of skill of creating back tightness and meeting the bar halfway that I like to have on my bench press. So a little bit of a difference in execution there depending on what day it's on. A little bit lighter, probably about my bench width grip on my bench days, really focusing on that kind of thoracic arch. Whereas here, I'm trying to move some heavy weight with a wee bit of body English, and that's kind of worked better for me. Then I finished up with these hamstring curls. Thank you boys for watching.